This is the part when we renovated the stairs to the upper floor and also the entrance hall and the upper hall. This is a video from when we first got the house, and nothing is done since, I would guess, maybe 70s something, 60s maybe. We started by getting some plasterboard, and Philip and some friends helped putting up all the plaster. Is my sister's husband coming over to help. And we took down the inner ceilings, and happily there was some nice wood ceilings underneath. Here almost all the plaster is up. Then it was time for me to fill in all the gaps with putty, I think you say. And that was a lot of work. It took me days. Then I had to wait for it to dry and then smooth it and then put on another layer. And here the guys are working with the entrance hall to put plaster up. It was the first time Philip did it, and it was going more and more smooth. The first days he was working with it, was not that happy, but after a while he got really good at it. Here I started to paint the ceiling white. That really made the room look much bigger, much lighter. I actually did not want to touch the ceiling at all and just keep the old ones, but I'm happy Philip convinced me. And then I put up this Renovation wallpaper, I think it's called, because we were going to try to recreate the style that the house had before, but a bit more modern. So we wanted this panel look on the bottom half of the walls. So I put up this wallpaper just to make the surface smooth. Actually, it was quite good, because when I did when I put up the wallpapers on the top half, it was so much easier just to follow the height of that white bottom half wallpaper stuff. Then, so I could reach in the stairs, Philip had to build this platform for me to stand on. And just as everything he does, it has to be exact. So he made sure it was completely level, even though it was just temporary. I was just going to stand on it while doing the wallpaper or putting up the wallpaper. But he was like, well, it has to be level. So, and as you can see, he's really exhausted, because he was actually doing the kitchen while I was doing this. So I just called him up here to put up this platform for me. Just a couple of months before we started renovating, we got married. So here Philip had found some of the spare wine he had bought for the wedding, and he's serving me some wine while I was doing spackling, I think. luxuriously enough, he serves the wine in a coffee cup. Well, I guess we did not bring any wine glasses to the renovation, so this will do. One of the things Philip liked to do all through this renovation was finding new technical things he could buy. Here, for example, is the machine he used to paint the ceilings. I used a brush and a roller, but he was like, I think there should be a machine to do this faster. So he bought one like spray painter thing, and yeah, he was right. Did the job much faster. So here's the ceiling after he painted it all white. And I spent like 2 days painting it with a brush, and then he came out and did a spray paint job in like 20 minutes. So actually this room, it's our office. We use it as an office now. And he painted the ceilings here too. I painted the walls. So here you can see it's almost done. We have to put on some ceiling moldings also. And here I was putting up wallpaper in the stairs. And the platform was really helpful. First we were thinking about buying some kind of special ladder that you can put up in the stair, but the platform did the job. Better price, and I think actually more simple and safe. And here it was time, I think, to remove the platform. It has served its purpose. So the guys came to rescue me. And this platform, all of us had banged our head in it, going up, even though we knew it was there. I think everyone that visited us during this time had banged their head in it. So I was really glad it was going down. So now I could put up the last pieces of wallpaper. It was like 1.5 meters left by this time. And here you can see we started to put on some ceiling moldings. the beginning we planned to keep the original moldings, so we took them down carefully and tried to save them. And Philip, who took them down, he made these puzzles on the back of each one, explaining where it was placed. So there's the cat addict. It's like this narrow attic space. And this, I actually don't know. I still haven't figured out what this one was. I think it's closest to the chest or something like that, because there was this kind of molding in the middle of the wall, in chest height almost. But at the end we just bought new moldings, so this is when we had put up the new ones. So I filled in the cracks and then I painted it all white. And it was time the same color for the bottom part of the wall. I wanted a light green, so the color to the right here is what I wanted, but the color to the left is what I got. So something went wrong when the store mixed the color, so I got a dark kind of green. So, well, it was a Sunday, I think, I started painting, and I had no patience waiting for Monday morning to buy new paint. So I experimented and put in some white color we had at home. So yeah, here was the dark one. I had to repaint it with a bit lighter green. So with the color I mixed myself, I just repainted all of it to lighter. Here is the final result. It's not much lighter, but yeah, a bit. And then I decided to do some painting on the floors in the upper hall. And this is the same floor oil with some white pigment as I used in the kitchen. By this time, Hugo was pretty done renovating. He had a hard time finding his spot and he didn't really understand what we were doing. Then it was time to fix the stair. So I started by sanding it, and then we tried to agree on a color. I wanted a really light green of some kind, something to match the walls. But Philip was convinced it had to be white. Well, I was not convinced, but I had to paint the basic coat first, the primer, and the primer color was, well, the color of the primer was white. So when I was done with the primer, I still hadn't convinced Philip that green was a better choice, or actually anything other than white, because I was afraid it was going to be dirty so fast, especially because we have a dog and he's not taking off his shoes when he comes in. But yeah, Philip convinced me we were going to keep it white. So this was after the first layer with the primer. And the second layer, I think I painted maybe 4 or 5 layers. And here I was all done painting. And it had dried, so we could finally use it again. And then the final result.